Hello. What is going on? Oh, everything's blocked off. This streaming thing's way harder. Way harder than you think. Let me just close this down. Yeah, I can't see the chat yet because I don't know. YouTube hasn't. Every time I can't see my own chat because it's not even on my page yet. How do I get to it? This freaking system, man. Every live stream is me like, I don't understand what YouTube is doing. I don't understand this system. I'm on my page. I can't see myself live. If I can't see myself live, wait, what is that thing? No, that's not it. I can't. Oh, there it is. I literally had to click on a video. Oh, I'm sending a strongly worded. I'm gonna send a strongly worded letter to YouTube. It doesn't even join your main page anymore. Oh well, we're here. Hello. I missed some of the hellos. Who did we miss? Daniel, Dylan, Pop Kid, J.A. Corvin, Godzander, Mumi Yusuf, Bob is True, Lemon Eye Drops. Wow. John Pinkney 2, Lewis Martinez, Michael Carnes, Tiffany Hoover, Agent Carolina, welcome, Golden Raptor, Jamie Schneider, Lobo Tickus, King Christian 72, Kuro the Leo, Red SW, Xander, I think I got most of you, Mike Sharp, Hype FX, Izzy, Christian Wade, Snakebite Cat, hello, Slayer Games, Shadow Dragon, okay, Jake, Tex, hello. How is everyone? How's everyone going? Do you like my haircut? Should we put some more Destiny music back on? Let me just drop this down to, what do I normally have it on? I think I have it on that. A little bit spoopy. A bit spoopy. Okay. Yeah, I need to remind myself on this book. It's been a long time since I've read it, so I would like to reread the Drifter's Gambit book. See how it is. I also got some Guardian Con stuff to talk about, so I was hoping you could help me with some Guardian Con stuff. Specifically about what you might want to see artwork wise. Me and Gamma Trap are going to be at Guardian Con, and we're going to have a booth, and we're going to have artwork that you can buy, but I think it'll also be really cool because I'll be at the booth, so it'll be a place where you can meet me too. And if you want your artwork signed, we can do that as well. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. But I don't know what artwork we should bring. I don't know what artwork you guys would like. That's the real question. And I'm not too sure how I should go about getting your feedback. Should we do like a poll? Should I just show you some of the artwork? I'm not too sure what we do. I feed my worm god by watching this channel. That's what you pursue. Let me know about the background music. Too loud, too soft? Can you hear it just right? What's up, Emmett? What have been to cinema and KFC? Liquid Beef, what's up, dude? I am back, well into training now. Back into Muay Thai. I had a really good training session yesterday. Sparring session. Felt Good man. Okay, Gamma Trap might join us in a little bit. All the artwork, yeah, changing. That's what I said to Gamma Trap. Can we just take everything? But the thing is, this is the thing. We have to print it, right? So, you know, we don't want to print stuff that people don't want to buy. That's sort of what it comes down to. Like, we don't want leftovers, because then we have to consume that cost. And I booked my flights to Guardian Con, and it was $2,500 for me to come for 2 days, basically. So it's not a cheap trip. Part of the plan is we sell enough artwork that it just covers my flights and stuff like that. Get Soraya off screen. See what else I missed. Music is good. Okay, thank you, Lemon Eye Drops. Hey Nathan, how are you? Thank you for being a member too. Do I watch boxing, Aaron? Or Aaron? No, I don't. I watch mainly MMA, and UFC is probably the only real combat sport that I watch. Maybe a little bit of Muay Thai I might watch as well. I mean, I watched Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather. But I wouldn't say that would make me a boxing fan. I definitely appreciate boxing. I probably watch compilations on YouTube every now and then. I'm doing algebra. You're also trying to watch this help me. Oh, nice. Triple hit. Dude, math. Man at Arms I'm going to be hanging out with a lot at Guardian Con. That'd be cool. You live half an hour away? Oh, kid. It takes... do you want me to show you my flight details? It's going to take 25 hours to get there. And I think that's just flight time. And then it's something like 30 on the way back or something like that. Hey, SD Bomb. Yeah, let's have a look at some of the prints and just see if anything really stands out to you guys. I'll probably go over my favorite artwork pieces. And you know, if you think, wow, that really looks cool, I might want to buy that. Maybe, I don't know. just re in chat. Just re in chat. And then I'll know that you want to buy it. I think the prints are pretty cheap too. I think it's only going to be... I can't remember what Gamma Trap sold them for last time. It's probably like $10 or something like that. Okay. Just making sure I've got no details here. You guys already know Brandon's name. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So let me pick out some as we go through. What's this? Ada. I think that one's pretty dope. I really like that one. But you know, the thing is, Ada 1 is not really a popular character. And we're just talking about Guardian Con Elite Gamer and maybe what prints people would like to see at Guardian Con, because we'll have an artwork booth. Crossfire, any grappling sports like BJJ, judo to supplement? Yes, I've done a lot of jiu-jitsu, mainly no-gi jiu-jitsu. I did do a bit of BJJ with gi. I think I only would have got like a couple blue stripes in that. I did a lot more no-gi than I did gi, and I also did freestyle wrestling for a little bit. So like you guys do in college over there. But it's not very big here, so there's only like couple real clubs that do freestyle wrestling. But that was really good too. It was. It's Ada. No, I don't think so. This was actually for the comic book access. Here's Amanda. Oh, Amanda Holloway. Dude, you guys like Amanda Holloway? That's in a dimensions for a mobile phone. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite piece. Brandon's signature on her leg there, his little tattoo is pretty cool. Hey, Lawmaster Mac, you got the exotic. Hey, rocking the sombrero, what's up, dude? Yeah, freestyle wrestling, yeah. Is that what you guys call it? I mean, not that anyone likes Anthem anymore, but this is an amazing piece by Gamma Trap. I mean, people think this is a photo. This is like Gamma Trap did this. A Cade print. Let's see what Cade prints we've got as well. I mean, that's just hey, what's up, Lawmaster Mag? Hey, Michael. Yeah, you woke up in time for the live stream. Yeah, well, actually, I think what Gamma Trap, he'll probably join us soon. And what Gamma Trap's gonna do, I think we're gonna do a one-off piece that you can win as like a door prize, and we can dictate what that might be. So, you know, if people really want a, oh, you're not too late. We've only been going for like 10 minutes, I think, Lord Master. This is Destiny 3. Destiny 3 confirmed. Maybe we can convince Gamma Trap to do a Cade piece, and that would maybe we could convince him to do two pieces. One being a for everyone for sale Cade piece, and the other one being like a one-off print that the only way you'll be able to get is for like a door prize. I think he did something like that last time. I do like these kind of pieces every now and then. I think if you think about like where you want to put your prints, you can't always have like characters, and I really do like I love space, and I love like landscapes of like space. I think they're really cool. Ashimir, anyone? Does anyone like Ashimir? Does anyone like Ashimir? No? No one? Okay. Poor Ashimir. So a little bit more of a comic style from Gamma Trap. So really clean, thick black lines, which I think Gamma Trap does a really good job of the comic style artwork. He tries not to do it all the time because that's probably his like specialty, but this is like what was this? This is Marasov. So this scene is depicting Marasov as she jumps from her ship, the Lang, what's it called? Yang Lu Wei. People love Asher? Oh, good. Queen Mara, Princess Cellular. Okay, so this is as she jumps from her spaceship into the pitch black and becomes awoken. This is like her soul merging with the cosmos. So I really like this. Hey, Jason. Hey, Myelin, I love you. Welcome. Oh, we might need. I don't think we've got a Shax. Oh no, we do. Hold on, watch this. I know I'm going in order, but I'm gonna break it for 1 second. We've got a lot of artwork here. You might have to speed it along. Here we go. Yeah, boy. Oh, shacks. Well, Agent Carolina, we have a Shin Malphur piece in the works as we speak. That's the next video. The Drifter Snake is pretty dope. Yeah, I think that would be a popular one too, actually. So this is the gift that Lord Shaxx gave Marasov during the winter event. He went and got advice. Was it from Grandma? He went and got advice about a present for a special friend of his. So this was the bow, the compound bow that he got from Marasov as a gift. So I mean, this is Tolan bad. This was a people's favorite piece for a really long time. I don't know if it still is, but Tolan the Shadowed with bad juju. It's pretty badass. Aham Kara Bones in the background. Hive Chains in there as well. Is there a Pujari Ulantan? No, I don't think I've ever done... I've done a video on Ulantan, but I don't know what we drew for it. We might come across it. This is a Cade one, but it's probably not... It's probably not the best Cade one. Andril Brask, previous Vanguard Hunter. Playing some cards with Cade 6. With a classic, whatever this green drink is that Cade always has. It's probably radiator fluid. Cabal Army. This is what this... I actually like this one. I don't know if it would do that well, but this is a, you know, I guess predicting Season of Opulence. This is a Guardian leading the Cabal army. This is what Callus wants. He wants us to be training his troops, which is really cool. Do I have Eris? Oh yeah, we've got an Eris down here. Oh, actually, this is a really good Eris piece. I love greens, man. Like greens, the Hive green and Eris. It's a pretty cool Eris piece. You got Oryx. You got his really cool imagining from Gamma Trap of Savathun and Zaf Arath. Iron Lords. Yeah, I don't know if we have too many of the Iron Lords. We'll have a quick look. I know we've got one of Saint 14. Are we reading on this one? Okay, we're reading on this one. That's awesome. Yeah, we have a couple. We have the snake, I think. Yeah, the Invitation of the Nine's bugs, Rocket Man. Okay, cool. So that's probably a given. So here's what Cade Filion. So this was a piece that Gamma Trap made for obviously a Cade video. I think we were probably talking about the origin stories of Cade 6 and how he was transformed into an Exo and how he's coerced by Clovis Bray. This half of his face we took from the sketches in the collector's edition in Cade's Lost Journal. I like it as a conceptual piece. It's quite dark, like the colors. It's quite like greys, and so it's not. I don't find it as like popping as maybe you see with the Eris and the greens. Oh yeah, and actually I think this is like also Cade. Like I think he just took Filion as well. See, I'm a big fan of these ones. These Cosmic 9 ones. They're, man, I love space. I love the idea of these like purpley, orangey like colors through space. So this is meant, you know, this is like the Sands of Time. This is like a primordial god, one of the 9s, being intertwined with all the worlds, with dark matter. We have a landscape piece, old Cosmodrome. Pretty sweet. We're going to read the Gambit, Drifter's Gambit. We're going to read the Drifter's Gambit as well. Yeah, I think people like the 9. We might have to hurry up on this. Saris, Dark Future. This was a reimagining of the darkness. My favorite thing about this piece is Gamma Trap hit a whole bunch of shit in the shadows. Like this. Flying Kangaroo. Flying Kangaroo. There's something else in here. I can't remember what else he hit. Is that a crow? No, it's a little person. This was meant to reimagine what the darkness might look like. Yeah, of course, Plat Skull. Gamma Trap does commissions. Let me just start cherry picking some so we can get into some reading as well. Unless you guys are really enjoying this, then we can get. So I think we already went through this one. I think this is definitely a winner. I love that one. Exo Stranger is actually really nice as well. Once again, damn, that comic style looks nice. I really dig that, man. Nice thick black lines. I like that a lot. Really cool. Exo Stranger. Yeah, I think we've got some Thorn pieces. Callus aboard the Leviathan. Another Toland. A bit more colour in it, a bit more pop in it. Gambit. Gamboy. Yeah, it is clean, isn't it? I think that one would probably be popular for the Gambit lovers. Do you like the Exo Stranger? The best one yet? Yeah, we had some. I mean, this was meant to. We had some Siva. This was meant to depict the Iron Lords being tangled in Siva. We have. Oh, I really like this one. Actually, there's a couple I really like. Jade Rabbit. Just completely like, you know, on topic in regards to it's a Jade Rabbit, but outside of the universe of Destiny. So something that's not so obvious Destiny is Jade Rabbit. You know, we did a video about the Jade Rabbit and the Chinese mythos about the Jade Rabbit. Hey, Aletha, how are you? And Dragon, hello. Yeah, I think apart from the snake, I don't think we have any other drifter ones. I like the Jade Rabbit a lot. This is almost my favorite. Oh, actually, this is actually what we're going to be reading today. This is what we're going to be reading today. Can anyone... Well, I've already told you what we're reading today. This is one of the creatures of the darkness. on the icy planet that the Drifter attends. Hey, Delapaz. So I really like big monoliths, and like where you have these characters that, you know, I love. Like here you have, you know, someone in the foreground, and then they sort of get smaller and smaller. Then you can see how crazy big this ice cave is, and it's containing this creature that basically drains them of their light. Really cool. And you can just sort of see this snake-like darkness creature in here. It's darkness. I really like that one too. We do have a Cade 6 last will. I think this one's a tough one. There's definitely some funky stuff going on with like perspective in this. I love the idea. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of the piece. Yeah, and you know the scope was to, you know, wouldn't it be cool like Cade, like this was for the last oh god, my thing crashed. The last rites mission where he's writing his will. He's just like writing his will amongst all this destruction, which is pretty funny. Ooh, this one's not bad. This is actually pretty cool. This one for like a piece that's not so bright and colorful. This one's pretty cool. This is Marasov, who was really Riven, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Lord Master Mac, that's what we're talking about. I'm just getting people's sort of gut feeling about what they really like and what they don't like. Changeling Swamp. All these prints are on Redbubble. Gamma Trap. If you look for Gamma Trap on Redbubble, and you can he uploads all this stuff to there, so you can buy them on there already. Why wouldn't Cave at a lounger? Unrealistic. So this is the image of Marasov Riven basically when Prince Aldrin encounters her. Marasov in trouble from the Hive God, Savathun. This one is still easily one of my favorite pieces, and I think we probably need to bring it back. I think Gamma Trap probably had it there as well. It is the resurrection of a Guardian on Mars. Such a nice piece. His dead body coming back to life as his ghost sort of, you know, scans the area and brings it back. It was really cool. Are you going next year, Agent Carolina? Well, I'm hoping I can make it regularly. If we keep getting that EA money, keep getting that Anthem sponsors, boy. Little monster. I don't know if we ever released this. Monster Hunter, anyone? Did I ever release this one? Yeah, the masterpiece is beautiful. Alden did nothing wrong. Even though there's a bit of a delay with the chat, I can see what you guys are looking at, so I can see when they yeah, the callus and the shot of time. Yeah, this one's cool as well. Join my army, Guardian. Let me grow fat with power. What does he say again? Hey, rocking the sombrero. No problem, man. Thank you for joining. Sorry you got to leave before we get into the reading, but I'm enjoying actually recapping the artwork. It's quite nice. Oh yeah, we do have some worm gods as well. We do have some worm gods as well, somewhere. What was that?
Gotta take off. Love the art. Looking forward to the next video. The lore surrounding the Drifter is very interesting to me.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Osiris vs. Saint 14. Another great piece. Remember that they don't like each other, so this is right at the pinnacle of sounds just like him. Yeah, when I did the Callus impersonation. This is right when Saint 14 pretty much phones home, says to the speaker, "Dad, Osiris has gone too far. I'm gonna bring him in." So a bit of a. I'm pretty sure what I said to Gamma Trap is I want like a face-off, like a UFC face-off stance between Saint 14 and Osiris. This is all the Praxic rats. All the people that supported the Praxic fire. We have Aldrin. I think this is a video. Yeah, it's a video. Because the artwork sort of... like shimmers. The background shimmers and stuff. Yeah, there's a couple other commissions in there for a Gamma Trap. that are definitely not mine. The Overwatch. Yikes. Grow fat from lore, baby. Where was the Worm Gods? We've got a really cool Worm God somewhere. I think this Savathun piece would be pretty popular. Really like the Savathun piece. I think that would be popular. We've got a Saint 14 here, but I don't know. How do you think this Saint 14 piece is probably better? The resting place of Saint 14? Secris? I like that style. Damn, that's nice. One of the shadows of Callus. This piece didn't really get that much love, but I really like it. Once again, it's that comic style. This is Shur. S-J-U-R. The lover of the queen with her bow. I dig that piece. It's a really nice piece as well. Slurping the cosmos juice. Ooh, I've not seen this. This must be another commission that Gamma did. Oh, actually. Triangle ships. Once again, I'm obviously a fan. You guys know my taste now. Landscape piece. Space. Greens and blues. Beautiful. I think that would be cool. Where's that Worm Gods gone? Oh, there's the Worm Gods. Whoa. Worm Gods. Yeah, Wishender. Yep. And we got a Dredgen. Got a nasty ass Dredgen. And Zer coming through the portal of the Nine. This Vex one's not that crash on. Meh. Well, we have a a new thorn rifle that was in the last word quest. Yeah, is this the Vex one you wanted to see? Is that the one you wanted to see? I don't think I've got any other Vex ones. I mean, this has been my favorite piece since Gamma Trap started working, basically. Void Walker, walking out into the void, and I guess the challenge is how do you draw the void? How do you draw nothing? So Gamma Trap came up with this idea of these purples and these sort of storm almost. I really like it. Sneak peek at the you guys are gonna laugh. I do have one more Anthem video that I'm contracted to do for EA, and this is the artwork for it. I think the artwork's dope. Gamma Trap was really excited to draw some stuff from a different universe. Big boy, big titan. Some freelancers coming out of the ground. So, if I was to pick my top 5, I reckon it's pretty obvious. I would probably say, I almost think we should bring an Anthem one. I think we might bring that one. I think people might really like that. And then Tolan's probably up there maybe. And then Exo Stranger for sure. Eris for sure. I think Cade Fillion just for the feels. And then Gambit Boy. Jade Rabbit. Iceberg. Yeah, I like them. I think this Marasov one would do well as well. Nice evil Marasov. Probably same 14 and Osiris. Oh, I forgot this one. I really like this one. Damn! Season of Opulence. I like that. Hey, Miss Dunno Games. Sweeperbot. I really like that one, actually. That was really cool. What does it spell? Trash. And, oh, I forgot this one. I think Riven. I really like that Riven piece as well. I think both of those would come along. Savathun would be in there, I reckon. Shaq's Daddy, just for a bit of this one actually might be you know what this one could be? This one would be really good for like signing. Like if you just wanted to get like a small postcard piece, just like, you know, from Gamma Trap and Matt, you know, Guardian Com 2019. You know, there's heaps of room to write and sign in there. Or maybe, because it's got a little love heart, maybe this is a piece you could use to, if you meet other content creators, you could use this piece to have signed from everyone. So depending on what you want, you know, I think this actually be a really cool piece to get. And, you know, you take it around with you and you can have all the other lore nerds sign it. Oh.
This is for all the hard work, bud. I know it took a lot and I have enjoyed watching you grow. Take your wifey out for a dinner on me. Cheers and thank you.
Oh, dude, that's super generous. Thank you, Lawmaster Mac. Take her out somewhere nice. Wine and diner. Thank you, man. That's extremely generous. And I appreciate all your support of the channel over the years.
Sweeperbot is the Destiny 3 raid boss confirmed.
Thank you, Aletha. Yeah, right. Thanks for the donation. Sweeperbot with the sword. Samurai sword. Sweeperbot. Come at me. Dude, thank you for showing so much support today. Triangle Ships, I think, would be in there as well. Cool. Done. And Worm God. They're probably my top picks so far. Doesn't mean we won't bring more. I just think that's the top picks. Oh, and maybe probably the Cosmic 9 too. I think that one's goddamn awesome. Cosmic 9. There you have it. Did you guys enjoy that? Was that fun? I had fun. I thought that was cool. It's sort of nice to reveal that work after a while. I think there's more that are not on there anymore, because I think we have other ones. Okie doke. Thanks, Master Mac. Is the annual pass worth it, King Christian? I think if you're just thinking about like dollar value for the annual pass, I think it has enough content there to be worth $10 per expansion or whatever you want to call them. So I think there's enough content there. I just think the question is probably more whether is that content right for you. And I think the main thing for Destiny at the moment for me is I'm really a kind of person that I like playing new stuff. I get sidetracked really easily. Destiny is the game that I've played for the longest, for the most time, for a long time. I'm a kind of person that picks up a game, plays it, enjoys the hell out of it, and then moves on. And so I think the issue with the expansion is there is new content added, but often to play it and to really enjoy it, you're going to have to level up and you're going to have to do all the previous stuff you've already done. I would say if you haven't really played Forsaken, I think you would have a really good time. If you've played the hell out of Forsaken like I did, you'd probably get to the expansions and think, I've sort of done this before and I don't know if I want to keep doing it to get to the new stuff. And so that's probably how I'd summarize the annual pass. If you're happy to do some of the old stuff to get to the new stuff, I think you'd really enjoy it and there's definitely value for money. If you're getting a bit bored with doing the same thing, I think you could find the annual pass a bit of a struggle because you got to get your power level up to be able to access certain things. Okay. A Drifter's Gambit. It's been a long minute since I've read this, so this is ishtarcollective.net, guys. You can go and read the lore on here. Baxter, one of the website owners, basically uploads all of it, and it's very easy to find if you want to just read them in order. That's what I use to make my videos. Also, if you sort of need a refresher, what they often do is you can just type in, say, Drifter in the top right hand corner, and they make categories. There are 315 entries on the Drifter. So if you really want to get to know everything about the Drifter, you can go here. 54 lore entries, 17 transcripts, 5 records, 239 items that all relate to the Drifter, right? It's insane what they do. Every time something comes out, they read it and go, what's the category? We'll give it a name. It's about the Drifter? Okay, it goes in the Drifter category. So, but the reason why I'm showing you this is if you just sort of need a really brief summary of a character, they actually write these little summaries and even reference them too. So if you just need to remind yourself what happened with the Drifter, you can literally just read this, 3 paragraphs, and you're like, all of a sudden you're the lore expert in your clan. So highly recommend ishtarcollective.net. I think there'll be a Guardian Con too. So it'll be fun. Now I'm going to... This is what I do. I make notes on it. And that way when I want to remind myself of any detailed notes, we know what's up. So, first entry, Uneasy Feeling from the lore book A Drifter's Gambit. I've followed him for a short while now, tracked his path since he turned up on mine. He's not like them, but not far off. Hard to trust, hard to know. He's seen more than most can imagine and done things most wouldn't dare. But he's always kept his distance, stayed far from the light. Why head cityside now? Why risk antagonizing those best equipped to cut his journey short? Can't quite say. I get sense he's on the run, but from what? From who? There are shadows in his past. Do they linger? Do they hunt? Or is his desperation driven by other concerns? All I've seen, all I've uncovered of him, of his long, winding road, says he's made enemies at just about every turn. Over centuries, that list grew real long. He's been comfortable on the dodge out beyond the reef, ever moving, ever exploring, never concerned with the dangers riding his wake. So again, why now? Why here? What's his play? More importantly, what's his endgame? A renegade observations of the Drifter. So the renegade is the man with the golden gun, which is Shin Malphur. And Shin is now following. Shin is tracking the Drifter and has noted his associations with the Dredgens. However, the Drifter is different. Now, here's the question. We know that Shin Malphur is in fact a Dredgen. So when does this card take place? We know Shin Malphur is in fact Dredgen Vale, right? And he is pretending, well, not pretending, he is both Dredgen Vale and the man with the golden gun. And he hunts down Dredgens that just try to embrace the darkness. So there's sort of like two groups of Shadows of Yore. So I'm wondering, at this point in time, will the Shadows exist? So he must already be Dredgen Vale? Would you agree with that? At the time of writing this card, he's already Dredgen Vale? I think so. Because he would have started the Shadows of Yore. Because the Shadows of Yore, all the original entries are Dredgen Vale and who was Vale's friend? Bane. Dredgen Bane, right? Hey, Floey. Another exotic emblem. Thank you for your ongoing support, man. Yeah, so you would assume that he's Dredgen Vale at the same time, right? Okay, let's move on. Wait, are these all... Oh, this is not the book I wanted to read. Damn it. I guess we're doing it now. That's fine. The one... Which one? I wanted to read... In my head, I wanted to read the... Which is the book about the... Oh shit, is the man... No, not the man with no name. Which is the one where he goes to the ice planet? That's not this one, is it? Maracina, Ecdysis, Ghost Stories. The Lawless Frontier, Drifter's Gambit, Forsaken Prince, War Wishes, Strict to Power. The Man They Call Cade. Is it the man with no name? No, it's not that one. That's the most recent one. Which is the original one that talks about him going to the icy planet. Why can't I remember that? We'll read this anyway, but it actually wasn't the book I was thinking of. Oh, I always forget that. The ice planet is the armor pieces. Thank you, Jake. Thank you. I always, for some reason, I'm like, it's a book, but it's not. It's the armor pieces. Okay, maybe we'll probably have time to read that as well. Thank you. It's so weird. That's so important, but it's not in a lore book. Okay. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about, you know, would you prefer everything to be in a lore book, or do you still like how there's some stuff hidden in the lore, like in the lore tabs? Yeah, thanks everyone. Who knows? Chat knows. Chat always knows. Okay, so this is the second entry. Justified means the drifter wasn't always my target. Okay, so that's probably saying, yeah, okay. In fact, he only came to my attention when he started running with them I'd call prey. Before that, he existed only as rumor, the strange light bearer who journeyed beyond the system's edge, the lone wanderer who was only a guardian by reductive modern definitions. He had a ghost, he was touched by the light, his motivations though were his own, some might say selfish, and I'd have to agree. In regard to the concepts of duty and devotion and using one's gifts for the betterment of humanity, not his play. The city be damned, the traveller be damned, the light be damned. Which makes his run to the tower and his newfound benevolence all the more curious. I lost track of him when the traveller fell silent. Could be that his severed connection drew him back. If so, I doubt it's something he'd admit. Yet here he is, unwelcome. But with the gift of persuasion, I can't say it doesn't make me uneasy. There was, so we're clear, a time I'd call him a threat. There was a time I'd look to end him as punishment for the paths he's tread, but things aren't quite so simple these days. Gold taught us that, and while I still plan to punish those who have transgressed, I can see the value in certain risks. This Gambit, the Drifter's strange little game, may just be one such. It requires care and a keen eye to ensure the means don't consume the ends, but I got a feeling our new friend might be a necessary catalyst, and if not, he sure makes for a fine cut of bait. It's really interesting reading this with the hindsight, foresight, whatever, with some sort of vision of the future, to actually know that the man with the golden gun is also Dredgen Vale. So when you know that, you sort of get a different meaning from reading these again. The Drifter wasn't always my target. He only came to attention when he started running with them I'd call prey. Now we know that Dredgen Vale, or the man with the golden gun, only calls the guardians really pursuing the shadows, really pursuing the darkness, his prey. There's another separate set of shadows of yore who are trying to extract that power but haven't fell to darkness. And so this makes it seem much more like a collaboration with the Drifter than it does that he's actually hunting the Drifter. But when you first read this, you didn't know that the golden gun was going to be, you know, Dredgen Vale. The Vanguard does Dino Games? Was that, I think this is the conversation that sparked me wanting to read this book again after last week, Dino, when you said the long cons. I sort of wanted to go through in detail and see what other clues are in here. But I mean, this is, this is the Gambit that it makes it seem much more of a collaboration between the Drifter and Shin Malphur to bait out the bad shadows. The bad shadows in quotation marks. Do. Step into the shade. The third entry. Just like the story in this game and how they present it in the ways they do, Red. I agree. It is... Destiny is very unique in its storytelling. It's a very unique way of writing. It's a very intricate way of putting puzzle pieces together. It is a kind of writing that requires a lot of effort on the reader's behalf. But if you do put the effort in, you feel like you've got a big brain, 200 IQ. Just like this chat does. Big brain. Oh, Gamma Traps in Discord. Okay. We're gonna take a tiny detour. Which Discord is Gamma Trap in? That's the real question. Which Discord is he in? Oh, there. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, let me just turn the background music off so I can get your volumes right.
Am I too loud?
No. It's just because I've got everything set up for the music. Speak again for me.
I am speaking.
Cool. I think that's right. Chat, can you hear right? Go again.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear Myelin Games and Gamma Trap? Questions and answers. We're here for both.
Okay. I don't know if you caught much of the stream before. Did you catch any of it?
I just got here like 10 minutes ago.
Okay. So I've already gone through the artwork and we started reading the next lore book. And I think I have a good idea about what people want to see from our previous stuff. But chat, this is your opportunity. You guys saw what we had available in the artwork. So you sort of know what's missing. So what is, what would you like to see? And this is sort of our time to brainstorm a little bit. And sorry, we're going to sort of move away from the lore book just for a sec. What kind of artwork would you like to see? Because Gambit, you mentioned that we could do a very specific piece for Guardian Con, right?
Yes, just like last year, we had a Guardian Con exclusive piece with Cade as a samurai, which was interesting, but it was cool. But it was only printed for just that Guardian Con. It was signed. They were all numbered, and they were very special, and we're never going to print them again. So we're going to do the same for this year. And I'm thinking, this is a thought, but I'm thinking a really cool Drifter piece.
I do think Drifter is like the centerpiece of like the story. Okay, so maybe we'll get some feedback on the topic. Guys, what would you like to see? Because I know people were talking about Cade, but I sort of forgot that you did one already on Cade. But as a Guardian Con exclusive, Shin Malphur Golden Gun, that's also a pretty good idea. I mean, the Drifter and Shin, are there. I think the Drifter is probably more easily recognizable.
Yeah.
What would you imagine the Drifter doing in this piece?
I would probably have just a really cool splash art piece, which, by the way, if anyone knows what splash art is, it's if you ever play League of Legends and you're looking at skins, the cool artwork they have there showing off the skins of a splash art. But a really cool piece of the Drifter. surrounded by Taken, throwing around moats, flipping coins around, doing something fun. Really cool.
Yeah.
Maybe something more lore significant, but maybe something just on the realm of
No,
badass.
I think when I think of the Drifter, it has to be a blend of humor and but also like devious. Do you know? It's that like cheeky grin. Like, can we
Oh,
trust
yeah.
him? But he's so charismatic. Like, I think that, you know, is something that really captures the Drifter's essence. Is he's such a likable character. At the same time, he's the likable criminal mastermind. You're like, I shouldn't like this dude, but it's really
Oh,
hard
yeah.
not to like him.
The actual bad boy of Destiny.
The bad boy of Destiny lore, baby.
It used to be Cade, but he wasn't really that bad. He was just silly, right? But now we got an
Yes.
actual bad boy.
Yeah, exactly. Pony Boy, we're just talking about, we're taking a bit of a detour from reading the lore book for one sec because it's Gamma Traps around, just to talk about what a Guardian Con exclusive would look like, what people would like to see.
I was also thinking of doing smaller prints, exclusives also, maybe. We might sell these later on, but these won't be very important. But there'll be little sketches of every subclass, and they'll be kind of smaller.
Okay, so like people's like, you know, if you're a Titan main, you can get like a little piece, and you can get
Yeah.
a hunter or whatever. Would you do subclasses or just classes?
Oh yeah, subclasses.
So what you would have Void Walk, a bit like the size of a playing card, do you think, or bigger?
Maybe, yeah, maybe just a slight bigger, but not by much. Just a fun little thing. If you really love being a striker titan, you know, if that's your thing, you can get a
Yeah.
special
Or
exclusive.
maybe, well, here's the thing, right? I was showing people the do you remember the postcard we did for let me bring it up. Lord Shax with the bow.
Oh yeah,
So what if you had the like the Titan piece, but like that with a lot of room so people could use them as their cards to have signed by content creators.
that's awesome. We can either
Do you
do that or
reckon?
they could sign on the back, either, which they're both fine. Yeah, we can have a blanket back to be signed on, or one like that. Like if we do make them small, then the actual graphic of the Titan will be much smaller than if it was a vertical piece, right? Because if, for example, that card we made for the
Yeah.
Dawning with Shax, if we tilted it vertical, we could have made Shax much bigger and more prominent. So it really depends on what I guess chat likes. If they would rather have room for signing, or if they want it signed on the back and have more graphic, or how more bigger Titan, for example, or Hunter.
Okay,
Whatever.
I just had a really good idea. Let me just bring this up to show people. Hold on a second. So if you missed the first part of this stream, this is the artwork we're talking about. And when I saw this and saw this all this blank room, I thought that would be a really cool piece, like a cheap piece that someone could buy and they could take around and have signed, right, by all their, because Bungie will be there too, right? So if you haven't been to GameCon, I'll just show you what I'm talking about.
What the hell?
Crota and Atheon just took a tumble. So
Just like real life.
yeah, just like real life. So you know, this is like the pass, right? That's on the lanyard to like walk around with, and often people just get this signed. But what if we made little things like this that you could buy, right? And rather than this be here, it would be say
Super
a
cheap, by the way.
picture of Shax, and even put like a lanyard hold in it, and then you could attach it to your lanyard, and then you could have people sign it. I reckon that would be cool. Then you just
That'd be pretty
would
cool,
just
yeah.
have like a profile picture of whatever you are. If you're a Titan striker, there'll be one of these with a badass profile picture of a Titan striker. You pick it up, attach it to your lanyard, and then now you've got a place for everyone to sign your Guardian Con experience.
I don't know if I've told you this very often, but Matt, I think you're a genius. I think you're a really smart guy.
But, mate, I don't make me have to like widen the camera to fit my massive head into it.
But I think the art style could be how we remember how we used to do that like charcoal kind of sketches for your old like lore card style. I was thinking something like that. Like they won't take too long because I got to do a lot of them.
You got to do a lot of them, yeah.
But if we can, but like if I could just pound a bunch of these out, we can make. Man, we'd probably have to make a bit, won't we?
Yeah, the numbers is going to be a hard thing to work out, like how many we need to print because.
Yeah, but the good news is, like, A, they'll be cheap to make because they're small, right? And B, they can keep. Like, we don't have to have these as exclusives. We can probably just. They might be fun to have giveaways if we want to.
Yeah,
we can keep them here, so we don't have to worry about shipping from Australia if you want to do something in the States.
The Italian in me, it's like bringing lunch to a gathering. Always over cater. That's the thing. Always over cater. And also, like, we'll probably get more than we need, but what's up, Slater Games? Yeah. Okay. I think that's a really good idea. I think we can do something like that. I mean, I would want that. It's just very convenient to have something attached. And like, I don't know about you, but I've already got a collection of lanyards from events you go to, and it'd be cool because you would have, you'll get your Guardian Con 1, which will say 2019 on it, and then you have a little bit of like Destiny lore attached to it, and that'd be wicked. And then maybe a Drifter exclusive piece, and then were we gonna do a?
Should we? Sorry, on the topic of the little guys, should we actually put a tiny bit of flavor text about the subclass on each one? Just like a sentence or two.
I'm thinking no, but what do you got? What does chat think? If you had a little Titan card, we need a funky name for it. What would you call them? If you had a Titan card, would you want like a like punch all the things on it?
Oh, like a humorous fortune cookie one, or like an actual piece.
I don't know. You can either put an actual bit of lore, or you can put like
the lore has some funny bits in it, like that.
Well, yeah, Ponyboy. What we're thinking is you would have just a picture on one side, and then on the back side it'll be completely blank. So you could use the back side for all your signatures. And I'm pretty sure for all the lore nerds out there, there's going to be a lot of lore guys at this next one. There'll be Bife will be there, and Ishtar Collective will be there. I think Focus Fire Chat will be there. Don't know if an on-pig is going. On the back or on the bottom? Yeah, every subclass has a blurb on the icon, right?
Yeah.
Titan punchy. There needs to be artwork on the hive with Crota, with Oryx behind them all, and the other major center hive. I mean, now we're getting into like, I mean, I would love there to be like all the bosses as well, but I think it's probably going to be going too far. Like, I would love if you could get an Oryx, Atheon, a Callus, but
collect them all. Yeah,
collect them all. But I think
we
have
actually
to
probably make.
We have to balance, Yeah,
we realistically. This is going to be inventory,
yeah, right? It's like,
we're probably going to get like 50 of each of these made. 50, probably. That's just a toss in number. Might be more, might be less, but like 50 Night Stalkers, 50, whatever.
Yeah.
Each subclass. And they're going to be small, so there's just going to be a box in their own, but having to dig through all that, it's going to be a bit of a mess.
Be like, hey, Marlon, what was the expenses for this trip? I don't know, $20,000 in Titan prints. Oopsies. We can't print all of it. Okay. So I think that's a good idea. What did you do? Like a one-off, like a prize art piece? Did you do that last year, or was it just Guardian Con exclusive stuff?
I didn't have. I don't think I had time to do a one-off special one, but I probably could if I did now. And I was actually thinking about maybe doing that for like to be auctioned, to be raffled off, I guess, either in like a silent auction or one of, I guess, Broman or whoever's charity streams for the charity. But
Yeah, I wonder if that's something we link in with a charity for, and do like a one-off piece. Yeah, okay, we
could
can
actually
talk
do
about it
that
off stream. Yeah.
like a couple of booths around us, like Cobb had one. People were putting in a raffle for his what was it? Was it a Thorn? I think it was a Thorn replica.
Yeah.
And then all went to charity.
Yeah. Yeah. So maybe we can do a one-off piece that all the proceeds go just for charity. That might be cool. That'd be really cool. Okay. What a plan! I'm excited. This is gonna be cool. There's a lot of sorry, Gamjad. There's a lot of work already, and it's like
hey, most of the work's already done.
Yeah,
I've already painted most of the stuff
That's
we're
true.
bringing.
It's just
I'm easy. We're good.
Hey, what's up, Beans? Sick Ahamkara anime piece. Yeah, we've got. I don't think have we done the Ahamkara at all? I thought we did.
We did.
Ahamkara piece.
We've done Riven. Remember?
Riven, but like
Howdy, oh stranger mine.
Yeah,
Want to be friends?
We did do Riven.
I think it was one of the first Riven pieces
classical
made.
dragon piece when they're like when Saladin wishes to fight to fight the dragon.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, you've got an old school dragon piece from some other work you've done.
Oh yeah, the Fury of the Mountain one, is that there? It's the one with the lava and the knights and Cloud. Oh, that's an older one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That red one with the lava and the stuff. That's an actual dragon. It's a Fury of the Mountain. It's all alphabetical if you want.
Fury of the Mountain. I love dragons, man.
But
dragons are dope.
Yeah, but we probably shouldn't bring that.
I love dragons. I love Lamp. We did this Leviathan piece. That was cool. When we didn't know what we still don't know what the Leviathan looks like. The creature in the deep. The creature in
the continent's big creature.
Yeah, the creature that is as big
Agent
as
of the sky or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool as well. Okay, that's some good ideas. Thanks, chat.
So we've got to get roughly 10, I think, of these pieces, and we could pick maybe, like I said, 10 of these, and then we could do 20 or 30 prints of them each, maybe more.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a short list for about 10 from what I did this morning, I reckon.
You want real quick while you got chat open, you want to make a quick straw poll and link it to them so they can see which ones they want?
Of everything on here? Or do you mean...
Not everything, but maybe top 15 or so, and then they can pick the 10 that they want.
I just don't want to... I wanted to do it a bit earlier, that's all. So I just don't want to spend too much time going back over stuff that we've already done. So what I might do is I'll put a list together off stream, and I'll put it through the community tab so people get it as a notification, and we'll do a straw poll on it. Just so people who don't make the stream can also participate, and I'll pick maybe the favorite 15, and we'll talk about the plan to print them. We'll go from there. How about that?
Sounds good to me. If chat's okay with it.
Yep. I think so. Chat's always okay with it. Chat just goes along for the ride, man. They're just happy to be enveloped in the lore.
It's like show Gamma your callous impression. You have a callous impression?
Oh, no, I just went. I was like, there was a piece where Callus is like, I really like it. He's got his hand on the Guardian's shoulder and he's pouring like the
wine.
The wine from planets on it, and it was just grow
just
fat
claiming.
from strength, Guardian.
Man, that piece made me so mad to make.
You didn't
I
like
wanted to
it?
make something that no, I'm proud of it from as an artist, but like as a sense of pride, essentially this is Callus pissing on a guardian.
Yeah, it's a pretty emotive piece. I really like the way it is. Hey, what's up, Flo? Just riding the law bus, baby. I don't know, Soul Survivor, if Guardians have had children. Not that I know of. Yeah, Pony, but we'll do a poll for the best ones. I'll post it in the community tab. You should, well, I say you should get a notification from YouTube, but the likelihood is
Yeah.
you probably won't get a notification. So I'll tweet it. I'll put it in Discord. I'll put it on YouTube. I'll do whatever. So if you follow me on Twitter, you'll get the notification at least. Cool.
I just have one request.
Okay.
Don't put the Voidwalker on that list.
Don't put because everyone always picks it, the Voidwalker.
Yeah. we sold out. It was the first one.
I tell you, man, it's a great piece.
Aside from the exclusive last year, which sold out in the first 2 hours.
Wait, so you're saying it's gonna come regardless, or you're saying you want to get rid of it?
No, I don't want it to come. It came last year, and aside from the exclusive one, it was the first one to sell out. But it's older. It's older work.
Yeah, it is. It is older
we don't need to bring
work.
any.
People are like, "Oh, oopsies."
That's actually one that you could just have printed and shipped to you. It's one of our older pieces that we already had set up.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
So if you really want it, you can just go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. Okay. Yeah, I'll run the list past you anyway. I've got a bit of a short list already that I'm thinking of. And then we can do the poll, and then we can see what people want, and then we can start getting stuff printed.
Sounds good to me. You mean hop out?
Yeah, before you go, any other questions for Gamma Trap? Anything else you want to ask? Anything else you want to request for Guardian Con artwork before Gamma Trap goes? Or just give a moment because there's a bit of a delay.
If there is anything that you would like to talk to Gamma Trap about in regards to
that
Gamma
almost sounds like a New Zealand accent.
And his, I know, it's because like your tone, your pitch is just like
Emissary hitting Zer with a hammer. That dude, I wish I. The only one I have of Zer was from years and years ago when I don't even have it here. Hey, Sadist Bone, thank you for the donation.
By the way, Beans's, I do have a Patreon, but most of our work goes through Matt's Patreon. If you're looking for Destiny pieces, like other stuff typically goes through like mine, like Cloud Dancer Tower and stuff.
Yeah.
So most of the work goes through Matt.
Yeah. So the Myelin Games Patreon goes to Gamma Trap, which sounds a bit confusing, but basically that Patreon all goes towards Gamma. That's how I pay for the artwork that Gamma Trap does every week. So that's how that works. But Gamma Trap also has his own, another Patreon, which is non-Destiny as well. Salted Popcorn. Yeah, I was trying to find the Salted Popcorn one. It was really funny. It never got colored in. I think it was something I asked Gamma Trap really early on about coloring it, and it was like against the artistic code, to color someone else's like artwork.
I would have felt bad.
Yeah. But we have a because Zer says you must not eat salted popcorn, which is such a weird. I still don't know what that means. Now we know Zer's origins. I don't think it makes. Does it make any more sense? I don't think so.
I think it does. If you really think about it, he doesn't like salty stuff. Maybe he's been
Yeah.
around the verse. Maybe he's tasted whatever tastes like the sea. You know?
Hippie says Aphrodite throwing salad in. Can we please have Aphrodite throwing salad in? Varix
Just
time
like a
loop,
spear.
14. Shin or there has been a lot of requests for Shin Malfa, the Golden Gun Hunter. That him along with the
That's good.
Drifter, I think, is probably been the
Well, we did the
most
Drifter.
requested. Yeah.
If you scroll down a little bit, there is a snake.
Yeah.
There.
We had a look at the snake. Everyone liked that. I think that one's definitely in. And I guess we talked about the Drifter being an exclusive piece as well.
True. If you guys want the Drifter as the Drifter, come to Guardian Con.
Yeah,
and
as
get
a
there
Drifter.
soon.
Otherwise, you only get the snake.
Yeah, because that way the exclusive pieces sell it real fast.
I haven't covered the Spectral Blades very much. I did a whole series and all the different subclasses way back when.
Back in the
but
day.
I haven't updated them since the new classes came out. Okie dokie. I really need to go to the bathroom, but I'm thinking, Gamma Trap, have you got
Yes.
any sketches of the next project?
I do not yet.
Okay.
I was going to start working on that tonight on stream, by the way, because I stream on not YouTube.
How about while I go to the bathroom, you tell people your streaming schedule and what you do, and you're a mod in my chat, right? And you can post a link to it if you like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be back in on less than a minute. Go.
Did you take his headphones? There's a delay. I can't see if you can hear me or not. I'm just going to assume you can. All right, folks. If anybody is interested in checking out some of the work I do for Matt or Myelin Games before it is released, like a bit of a sneak peek, or if you want to be involved in the art process, or if you want to say hi to me and hang out with me and listen to my voice, which I know is not as awesome or pleasing to the soul as Myelin's, you can do so on my Twitch. If you have a Twitch, I might stream on YouTube if I'm convinced, but I haven't been convinced yet. My platform's not as awesome as Myelin's, clearly. But if you stop by on Twitch, and if you just go to Twitch, you can type in just Gambit Trap. But let me make a link here real quick for all those interested. I know not everyone will be interested, but just in case. There we go. Shameless plug. Absolutely shameless. Anyway. Not only do I do Destiny artwork there, I also do like my personal stuff or stuff for commissions, for jobs, for friends. And it's fun. We hang out. We talk. I work on if anyone has like questions about artwork that I can help with, I'm always down if we have any aspiring artists in the chat at the moment while you wait for Matt to finish his business with Mother Nature. I'm always down for taking people by the hand and walking. Oh, he's back. So yeah, the lore. Oh, is he gone? Is he back? He's back. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, he's picking up Crota and Atheon. Oh, Jesus. So that should be good. Oh, hey, what's up?
I've got sad news.
What did you do? You really broke something, huh?
Crota's like one of my favorite little toys, and his arm broke off with his sword, so that's upsetting. And
Got super glue?
I don't know. Oh, poor little dude. And then Atheon, which is another one of my favorite ones. His gun already fell off, and I can't even find that. It's on the floor somewhere. So in their tumble, both of their weapons got broken, which is upsetting.
That's so sad. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Did you get all this stuff out?
At least
Did you get all your advertising out?
Yeah, we're good. I don't have to borrow them anymore.
All right, man. Good to catch up. Thanks for the help. This is gonna be fun, man. We've got tickets booked. I've got a flight booked. So
Jesus, that flight.
dude, I'm gonna be doing everything because I get really bad motion sickness, and
Oh,
25
no.
hours of flying is just destroys me. Absolutely destroys me. So I'm going to be trying some other methods of reducing my motion sickness. I've heard that acupuncture can help. I actually have.
So you're gonna get motion sickness and stabbed a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get stabbed a little bit. I don't know. I'm open to all sorts of medical treatment. Like, if it works, it works. I actually have a friend who's a pilot for Qantas, which is one of our major airlines here. And when he was in his training, he's like, I got motion sickness. And he's like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then he went and had acupuncture, and now he's a pilot. Doesn't get sick. So I don't know. I am desperate for anything to reduce motion sickness whilst flying, because if you have a turbulent takeoff, you're in for literally 15 hours of feeling ill, and it is the most upsetting thing ever. So I got to go Perth to Sydney to, I think, Dallas, and then Dallas to Orlando. So it's like 4 hours to Sydney, 15 hours to Dallas, and then like a couple hours or whatever to...
So you're literally coming to my town.
Is that what you are?
And I'm driving. I'm in DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth. It's the Metroplex.
That's where I'm flying into.
Man, you could have just stopped at DFW and hopped in my car. But then, you have
How long is the car? The car ride must be a fair few hours. How long is the car ride?
It's only like 17, 18 hours. It's
Dude,
one go.
You're driving 17 hours?
Dude, I fucking love. I shouldn't. I love driving.
Really?
But like because I'm in your freaking time zone, physically, right?
Yeah.
My girl drives when the sun's up, and when the sun goes down, I'm wide awake, so I take the wheel, and we just reverse it like that. So she sleeps, I sleep. I drive.
Yeah. What?
I sleep, she drives.
Oh, because both of you are coming. Okay. I was gonna say, like, it can't. The flights aren't too. They can't be too bad internally, are they? The flights just like it's only a 2-hour flight.
I just prefer driving. I love that drive. That drive is awesome.
Okay, good. 17 hours is long, man. That's a fucking long ass drive. That's longer than my flight from literally from the other side of the fucking world.
I thought your flights were like 25. Oh wait, hang on.
25 total. 25 total. So like I want to show people this because I don't think like I'm literally the furthest away from. How do I go? Maybe just Google Maps. Sorry guys, this has been such a random stream, just talking about just complete random things. But I hope you've had fun just hanging out.
Just a warning: the closer we get to GuardianCon, the more these might pop up. These weird moments.
These weird streams. Okay. Geography with Myelin. Hey, Big Man with the Big Mac. Hey, dude. Thank you for being a member. You get access to this live stream after we've finished as unlisted version. And you get audio-only versions of my YouTube videos. And we're still working on the podcast. So I live here, Perth, right? And we
one
have
of the most isolated cities in the planet.
Right. We have to get from here to Florida. Okay? So we got two choices. We either go around the world this way, and I go Perth, Sydney, some of them go to LA and then get LA to Florida. But this one actually goes to Dallas, and then we go Dallas to Florida. Or we go the other way, and we go Perth to Dubai, and then we go Dubai to Florida.
That's what you did last time, right?
Yeah, I think last time I went through the Middle East. Yeah, last time I went through Dubai. And to be honest, like Dubai's really a nice airport. Sorry, LA fucking sucks. LA is like, especially
LA is bad.
because
Georgia is worse.
and is Dallas good? Because the issue I had with LA
DFW
last time is because I go from Sydney to LA and then it goes from international to domestic. You have to pick your bags up and recheck them in, and it was absolutely awful. Completely awful because I missed all my flights. I'm actually a little bit concerned with Dallas. I'm just going to wing it because I've only got like, this is going to, you watch, you'll get a tweet from me saying I'm stuck in Dallas because
I'm gonna like turn around.
I think my layover in Dallas is only like an hour. And because it's going international to domestic, I'm probably going to have to pick up my bags and check them back in. So I don't know how busy is Dallas. Hopefully Dallas isn't as crazy as, I assume it's not as crazy as LA. That's why I wanted to go through Dallas.
It's mildly less crazy.
So hopefully
Yeah,
I can get
DFW
through customs and
Metroplex.
all that kind of stuff quickly.
Yeah,
I might miss that
the
flight.
DFW Metroplex is one of the most populated areas in the States.
Say again?
One of like the top 5. The DFW Metroplex, where you're flying into.
Really?
And we call it the Metroplex because it's like 3 or 4 cities that just melded into each other. Essentially it's a really, really
I
big
didn't know that.
city. Yeah. A lot of suburbs, but a lot of other like cities and highways and stuff. But it's not as crazy as LA. I will say that.
Yeah, and then we go into Orlando. So hopefully I make all those flights. There you go.
What time are you getting in to Dallas? Just in case, so I can like, all right, if I got time, I could turn around and pick you up.
Nah, don't worry about that. They just rebook your flight anyway. And I'm thinking like the internal flights are normally not too bad. And I've left like they normally can get you onto something. And I've left like a day's grace. So even if I'm delayed by like, what's the movie with Tom Hanks gets stuck in the airport? Even if I get stuck in
Terminal.
Terminal. Even if I get stuck in the airport, I've got a day's grace to make to Guardian Con as well. I've been through JFK too, but LA, right? LA, I got to LA and I had half an hour to get, and I think I was just going to I think this is when I was going to Seattle to the Bungie Studios, and I just had half an hour to get transfer from LA to my domestic flight to Seattle. And I had to get all my bags off and recheck them in, and I was running through LA airport and I fucking got lost and I asked for help, and no shit, this is what the guy said to me. I said, man, I just came off this flight and I was just super flustered because I was like, fuck, I'm going to miss the Bungie Summit because everything was like down to the wire. Like if they delayed me, like the summit was only like for 2 days. And if they did like somehow delayed me, I wouldn't get there in time for like the first half of the morning or something like that. And so I'm like running through the airport and I asked the guy, oh, like I need to get this flight. Like, where do I go? And he looked me fucking dead in the eyes and said, good for you. And then, because I was like, I've just come from Australia. And he looked me dead in the eyes and was like, good for you. And then turned back around to whatever the fuck he wasn't doing.
Yeah, no. Nothing against, I just like to say this for anybody in chat who might be from there, but nothing against like California or like the New York area, for example, New England, or the coast or freaking West Coast. They're not known for their hospitality.
Yeah,
that's more of a Southern thing. That's why I call it Southern hospitality.
Dude, I hope I get some of that Southern hospitality in Dallas, right?
Just act like you're, when you get there, if you want hospitality, if you really want help, remember, all right? Honey attracts or whatever flies better than vinegar or whatever the friggin' saying is.
Be nice
Just be
to
sweet
people.
to them, and they'll be what's great is like if you're in the South, right? If you're nice to someone, they'll be like twice as nice to you. That's the way you gotta look at it down here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, this has been a very odd stream, guys. I'm sorry. I hope you've enjoyed story time. We've done a little bit of lore. We still got some more time. I want to do a little bit more reading, but we've talked about guarding kind of a lot, which is good. That's actually what I wanted to do today. So that's fine. Little old Australia.
I got a question real quick. Have you ever worked a booth before?
Not at like a gaming convention. I did a lot of like not when there's money transactions. So most of the booth work that I've done is like for occupational therapy stuff, where we'll be, educating about some X program or getting people to sign up to some research or whatever.
Gotcha.
So I'll be
Gotcha.
your little bitch. You can just order me around. we'll
I'll just put you in the corner next to Beard. We're gonna hold him hostage. I'm bringing tethers just to keep him down. Last year he was at our booth for a while. He tried to leave some time to time, but I always like lasted him back in. I'm like, hey, because I was signing these things, and I was like, hey, that's Beard Grizzly right there. And they're like, what, Beard Grizzly? I'm like, yeah, it's Beard Grizzly. You want him to sign this? Want to sign this too? Like, yeah. And so I always made him sign everything I signed when he was at the booth.
Nice. Great Australian bite. You see this part of Australia? Looks like a shark's taking a massive fucking chunk out of it. That was a megalodon fucking 2 million years ago. Just bit a big fucking chunk out of Australia. And that's why you call it the Great Australian Bite.
Makes sense.
Legit.
Makes sense. Scientifically proven. You've heard it from a real Australian.
Right. The thing about the US is you've got like stuff in the middle of your country. And
you got a desert.
in Australia, it's just nothing. There's nothing here. There's no. It's just blank. There's a road and a little city maybe every now and then. It's not even a city. It would be like a township. Like
kind of like how Canada is.
Warburton. I don't know Warburton.
The northwest of Canada is like just forest.
This is. Oh, they got an airport. So this must be a big one.
That's probably a small airport with like
and a swimming pool.
Cessnas.
Wow.
Yes.
Now this is the big one, right? Great Central Road. Oh, okay. All right.
Google Map stream, folks.
Google Map stream. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Australia. Why can't I turn around? Okay. Hey, thank you. Love the hair. Appreciate it. People always say there's lots of dangerous animals here. There's not. I think the US has more dangerous critters than Australia does.
I don't know. We probably have more wolves and bears.
Yeah, wolves and bears and shit.
Wolves, not so much anymore. We do have a lot of bears. But you guys got like all those snakes and I say that. You guys got more poisonous snakes than us, but most of our poisonous snakes are in Texas.
Yeah, okay. Around you. Can you imagine seeing this fucking sign? Like just driving through the middle of Australia, just this tiny wooden sign.
What if you were super lost and you were like, oh, thankfully, finally, now I know. I was lost in the desert, but I found this piece of wood.
Warburton, 43 meters. You'd be able to fucking see it. What's the point of the sign? Oh my god. No, Australia is really nice. If you go up north, you get this this red dirt, and you get some really nice areas. It's really cool. Okay. Wow. Bears can't sneak in your house in the dead of night and kill you in your sleep. I don't know. I think people think that everyone's dying like every second day to spiders crawling in your ears and like, I don't know, literally biting your brain. This just doesn't happen.
I'd be way more terrified to visit like Indonesia. It's like the most poisonous island in the world.
Yeah.
They got those freaking Komodo dragons over there.
Dude, Komodo dragons are fucking scary.
Yeah, no kidding.
They
And
got like this
people thought-
bacteria or some shit in their mouth that
I don't know. They thought that the bacteria grew in their mouth that caught, but it's actually like they found. Oh no, that's actually poison. Oh, well, we thought it was just a dirty mouth. No, that's poison. Oh my god. And they try and sumo wrestle each other all the time when they're not eating wild buffalo twice their size.
Oh man, this stream's been fun. I don't know if people like this. Might be like the most hated stream, but I've actually had a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you, Gamma Trap, for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks for the advice for Guardian Con. We'll, I think we're gonna have a really cool time. We'll have a lot of cool pieces there, and I think if you're a lore fan, come down. We'll have something you like. I reckon. And
I'll bring my Switch. We'll play Super Smash Brothers Melee, or not Melee.
Super Smash. What's it? Yeah.
Yeah, Smash Ultimate or
Smash Ultimate,
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get out of here. See you, chat. A lot of fun.
Bye.
Had fun. See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
I don't know, man. I enjoy just talking about random shit every now and then. It's nice. It's a nice change of pace. All right, where were we up to? Wow, that was a freaking detour. How many entries have we read? We've read 2 entries this whole stream, bugger. Oh well, you get that sometimes, chat. You get that sometimes. Put some music back on too. I wish I had some photos still from when I went around Australia. Some beautiful places I'd like to show you. One second. Don't have it anymore. Do. Hold on one second. I know, like, we're so off topic already now. I might as well just show you some of the beautiful places in Australia if I can find it. It would have been years ago now. Absolutely years ago. Oh fuck, maybe I don't have it anymore. Bugger. Do 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 do. Bugger. Don't have it. Thought I did. Oh well. Step into the shade. The third entry. The Drifter's Gambit. I want to be clear. I do not trust him. You get the sense he's working to mend that, sure, but the end game will reveal the truth of his intentions. This con is a long one, friend, but if any are built to see it done and see it done right, the Drifter is our man. So we see it play out is Gambit and Owls. It may not be ideal. In fact, I'd say far from. So this once again in hindsight, I'm like, well, this confirms that Shin knew the drift. No, that this almost confirms to me that the Drifter knew Shin was a Dredgen. This con is a long one, friend. But if any are built to see it done and see it done right, the Drifter is our man. So we see it play out. His Gambit and Owls. Shin's Gambit is that he's really a Dredgen. I don't see any other way forward. The light is fragile, but quick. The dark, dense, and slow. If we want to control the balance, tip it in our favor, if we want to confront those shadows who would see it shift further toward the night, we must play in the grey in between. We must draw them out. Many have fallen to his path. To this path is not one I tread lightly, but I've found the only way to best a shadow is to meet it in the shade. Oh my god, so much like foreshadowing that Shin Malphur is a Dredgen. But I've found the only way to best a shadow is to meet it in the shade. The Vanguard won't allow it. They're noble, but they're flawed, frightened. Most Guardians wouldn't dare it. Too many legends of heroes lost to such unpleasant pursuits. But things have changed. The Oryx Slayers and their like have danced with Ascendant Realms. The nightmare legends of Bone Walkers and Netherworlds have been cast into the light. Old fears are now trampled beneath enduring triumph. Now, if ever, is a time to step proud into the unknown and bathe it in our light. And if doing so draws the attention of enemies old and new, if we tempt damnation, so be it. We will stand ever vigilant and burn them all away. Or maybe the Drifter pulls a double cross and our end is met. No way of knowing, no way to tell. So I say we let it ride. Trust ourselves, trust our instincts, our light. So I think for me, what I probably get from this card is, I would say that the Drifter knows Shin is a Dredgen. The Drifter knows that Shin is allowing Gambit to happen because this will draw out any Dark Guardians and then Shin can kill those Guardians. And even though there is some sort of collaboration between Shin and the Drifter, Shin still doesn't trust the Drifter. Shin is Dredgen, nope. I think so. I think I would probably go with that. But the end game will reveal the truth of his intentions. Yeah, I agree that they're working together and they're in cahoots, but I still think that Shin doesn't fully trust the Drifter. Like, I know some of this is like the story that they're trying to portray, and it could be a lie, but I still think that Shin doesn't really trust the Drifter. Hey, come here. Yeah, I know that one. Yeah, yeah. I am well aware. So this is the very end of Every Rose of Thorn. The shadows, the drifter's gambit, the seeding of fear that the infamous man with the golden gun was on the hunt, blinded by allegiance to the light and gunning for all who tempt the darkness, a necessary deception, offering two paths in order to drive. 100, like that's what I'm saying. Like I know that Shin and the Drifter are working together on this plan to draw out Guardians. I don't think that means that just because they're working together, Shin really trusts the Drifter. I still think that Shin thinks that there could be a double cross. Like, yeah, they're working together to lay this trap. I have built the perfect trap with which to cull the weak-willed, and it's working. But I still think there could be a double cross involved from the Drifter's perspective, that he could double cross Shin. I side of the Drifter just because it is shoot at him. Cool. What do we get up to? Artifacts and old. So pretty short entries, which is nice. By chance, he and I crossed paths in a neutral setting. Didn't give me his name, but just called himself a Drifter. Told him that's how it was. He could call me Pal. He laughed at that, got comfortable, got all kinds of open about where he'd been and what he's been hauling. Even dropped a tip on where an old friend of mine was hiding. I still wonder if he knows who I really am. Oh, old friend of mine is Callum. Right? Dredging Cull. And so I think when we first read this, we thought that Shin Malfair was being ironic, like an old friend, as in someone who I want to kill. But the Drifter just told him where Callum was, and he actually means it was his friend. Dredgen Callum, you know, had to sacrifice himself to make it all the more believable. Well done, Volk King. You're now banned from the channel. And you get our douchebag of the day. Don't put spoilers in chat. I don't care if it's a week later or not. He told me he left the system as soon as he was risen. Not immediately, sure. He had to get his bearings, find a ship, get fit, get flying. But as soon as he was good as gone. Drawn to the outer, he says, I can appreciate. He says he's seen the deep side of Jupiter, been to the core mines of Saturn, name drops old myths no one's heard. The Levial Crux, the shift chasm below Ilios, the fourth tomb of Nezarec. Goes on about the idols of Lower Sol, the treasure of Exodus Prime, the solar engine of Dead Star 6. Don't anger Dad. You know, dads are loving, dads are kind. But don't anger me. You get bitch slapped into banhammer. You get the banhammer right in your face. I'll snap you out of existence. I think he's making most of it up, but he's got relics and etchings. He's got materials not of this system, old metals, obsidian flames, thought engines, edible null cakes, and a stuff to something that looks like a rabbit biofused with a cephalopod. He keeps all of his stuff to himself. His gets, he calls them. If they're for show, they put on a great one, but to what end? The clutter of oddities he's got ship's side ain't nothing compared to what he's hauling. That big blast mass of nothing you ain't ever seen before. Phony boy. Oops. He calls it an artifact, but it's more than that. Just don't know what exactly. He said he got far out as he's ever been. Said it was from a place cold enough to snuff out your light. I asked him, was it Vex, Hive, KG is all? He said no, it was just other. It was a powerful maybe. That was his qualifier, maybe. Why the hell bring it to the inner system then? Maybes are trouble, but he's got an answer for everything, he says. Brother, maybes are where the real treasure hides. He could tell I wasn't satisfied, but I knew he wasn't lying. The chunk was other for sure, and Ghost said its readings were off the chart, but abstract, unlike anything anyone had encountered. Can't say that made me comfortable, but then the Drifter, with his easy manner and eager charm, asked if I'd ever met a man in black named Callum. He was clearly changing the subject, but he was lucky enough or smart enough to pick one I had interest in. I could respect that. So he obviously has interest in Callum, but technically he should already be in cahoots with Callum, right? Do you think we could have beaten Dredge and Yor? 100%. The next video I talk about that, about Dredge and Yor. And you pretty much get that from Shin's story, what it took. I'll give you a sneak peek before we end the stream. I think we're probably getting close to ending the stream anyway. I'll give you a sneak peek on the next lore video, which will be out Sunday night, Monday morning. What do I want? Yes, Dredge and Yor let Shin end it, but I'll explain my interpretation of that. It's very Star Wars, I think. It's very much the corruption of. I'll explain it better in a second. Let me get through this one. Shadow on a wall. I knew Callum by another name, a hated name. The Drifter had run with Callum's crew for some time. I get the sense he would have been one and the same as them, lockstep down Sorrow's road if they'd met sooner. Hell, maybe they were lockstep. Maybe his Gambit was theirs. So this is... we know Callum's really a good Dredgen. Maybe the bait set when the Drifter first came to the tower was for me and mine. Maybe all we were playing at was our own end, but all that's not worth the effort to dwell on. A path's been set, best to walk it. If the turnaround, the final bend leads to death, all we can do is return the favour. Drifter told me Callum had a spot, a hold he used all his own. Said his crew been running separate jobs to keep me off their trail. Said they knew one to one they'd have had a hard time walking away, but rolling together only increased their footprint, made them easier to trail. Made sense. With 6 of them, Callum's crew, I mean spread out, each running their own search for whatever it is they're searching for, gave me cross signals. I'd hear conflicting stories of their deeds from one end of the system to the next, and I had a hard time keeping up. But this info, Callum's safe space, it was a lead worth a look. 2 weeks into living hell, I thought Drifted fed me a line, maybe trying to kill 2 birds, 1 stone. There were signs of a shadow's presence, but they were all cold, old. I waited anyway. He shot me some taken to kill the time. The wait paid off. Callum entered. Could hear him before I saw him. He was arguing with his ghost. I waited on the hope they'd spill goods I could use to track the others. No such luck. Their words were heated. Callum had gone too far. His ghost was angry. I don't blame her. Because they're obviously talking about his permanent death. It caught me that she always used his proper name, Callum, and not his other. She still cared, still hoped. Then she screamed. I drew and stepped into the light. Callum had his ghost in his left hand. It was silent. With his right, he had stabbed her through the optics with a sickly dagger, a tool carved from jagged spikes, fired from a weapon I shall not name. Oh my god, I forgot about this card. The ghost was dead and Callum just laughed. I think because he knew what came next. He and I had words, told me I'd never kill them all. Then he dropped the shell and went for his shooter. I lit my fire and painted him on the wall without another word. That was all part of the plan. Like, we know Callum was in cahoots with Shin Malphur, who was Dredgen Vale. We know that they had planned Callum's death as a way to make the Dark Guardians more enthusiastic, to make them choose a path, right? We know that Callum gave a speech to all the Shadows of Yore wannabes to see who would try to take the darkness. And Callum is the sacrificial hero. And in hindsight, now we know that this conversation, his ghost is most likely arguing, like, no, Callum, we can do this another way. We don't need you to die, right? He was arguing with his ghost. To sacrifice himself, he stabs his ghost with a thorn bullet so the ghost cannot revive him. Because he knows that if Shin Malphur comes along and goes with the plan and kills Callum, his ghost will just bring him back. And so rather than making Shin kill a ghost or making, you know, someone else having to kill his ghost to prevent the resurrection, Callum finishes the argument, stabs his ghost, and then allows Shin Malphur to come in and kill him. It is super heavy going back over it. Callum is a martyr. So, let me give you a preview of the next lore script, because that's going to come out soon. And if you had missed our previous stream about Shin Malphur's secret identity, this is going to be the one for you. Okay. This is what our script looks like. This is the next script for Shin Malphur's real identity. Now, we were talking about Dredgen Yor allowing himself to be killed by Shin Malphur. And it was this bit here. So I see it like a cycle, right? Jaren Ward fought Dredgen Yor. Jaren fired first. Yor didn't die. Yor fired back, killing Jaren. Then the same thing happens with Shin Malphur and Dredgen Yor. Shin Malphur fires first. Dredgen Yor doesn't do anything, but this time Dredgen dies, right? So I hunted Dredgen Yor for decades. First at Jaren Ward's side, then alone. I was obsessed, driven. I hated the man, still do. The difference between all the moments before, I lit my fire and put rounds into the bastard every moment since, is what I learned in the instant I pulled the last word from its leather. Yor never fired. Never even moved to draw. He just stood, straight and calm, till my Inferno lead tore through him. Then he dropped. Jaren never missed, yet he did. Yor then didn't. But Jaren was no easy target. Was Yor? He hadn't flinched when I pulled steel. No movement, no change in tone or words. I gunned him down mid-sentence as if he didn't care. He knew I would, knew I'd draw, knew I'd fire. So why the talk? Why have words when he knew mine would be loud, mine would be death? Maybe you'll understand this without further explanation, maybe you won't, but the answer is, it set my course for every moment after, because he believed in me. This idea that to evolve the hero guardian, to evolve someone, Dredgen posed an enemy, a great enemy, using aspects of the darkness. And Dredgen knew to force evolution of guardians, to use a bit of light and a bit of dark. Dredgen forced Shin Malphur to inflame the last word, to engulf his bullets in the light. And that's what Jaren didn't do. So when Jaren shot Dredgen, he didn't die. And so Jaren failed the test. And so that's when Dredgen then gives the last word and he says, take this to Shin Malphur. And it was through all that vengeance and through all that hatred that he wasn't the first golden gun, because it says that in here somewhere, but he used it to kill Dredgen Yor in that moment. And that allowed him to be better, basically. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say, is that this was Dredgen's plan was part to make a greater hero. It's about Callum. And then the story repeats, right? Because we have Grey, Shin Malphur passed it on to us. Now we have last word. I'm burdening you with the full reality of the Gambit I play because I believe in you. Dredgen Yor believed in Shin Malphur, right? And he showed that he could be both. My earlier words, my gifting the last word, that was earned all true. You are the future of this war. You and a few like you are the warriors who can walk the line between light and dark. So I ask you, are you up to the task? Or have I risked all struggle to build on a hero who is not ready to become a legend? Yeah, Shin wasn't the first Goldie. Let me find the exact quote. Here. Yor was other. It took fire to burn him down, and Jaren, for all of his gifts, was lacking in fire. So it's saying that Jaren didn't use the golden gun on Dredgen Yor, and that's why he didn't die. We all were. Not saying I was the first. The lessons I learned, the ability I honed to ignite my rage and direct it through my cannon. So this is describing a golden gun. So he's just saying, not saying I was the first, but from the lessons I learned, from the vengeance he had, my pilgrimage was long and pained and driven by hate, but that was the point. Skill was not enough. Confidence was no weapon, not when faced with terrors of the dark. Yor knew this. Yor counted on it. So Yor created this, became this ultra villain in order to slingshot, Guardians to the next level. Yeah. Yor intentionally presented a villain that needed greater power to defeat. And the test was the shootout. That's why he never fired back, right? Oh, does Anor believe otherwise? Is that in the Warlock Anor book? Anywho, that's a sneak peek at the next video. Of course, it's always just my interpretation, my opinion of the law, and I welcome any other thoughts, queries, feedback, corrections, as usual. Just let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. And I hope you have enjoyed this stream. If you are a member, look out for the post. I'll post it in the community tab, and you can rewatch. You can rewatch the stream in your own leisure. We'll have a new lore video for you next week, Sunday night, Monday morning Australia. Monday morning Australia, Sunday night US. Thank you for all your ongoing support. Of course, I like fan stories. Yeah, Keith, definitely. Appreciate ya. Hive Disco. Let's. All right, guys. Let's go out to the Hive Disco. You ready? Bye. I'm gonna pump this music up. Hold on.